Oh, it started. Oh, hello, good evening and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. I caught me by surprise trying to use a different headset. I've just heard myself, that was a terrible start. Yeah, I'm trying a different headset. I'm not sure if the other one was crackling a little bit on my last broadcast, so I've got no mute button. You get everything. Skyjack is asking if we're ready. Well, this is the Wrx Challenge Season 4 in the Scooby TTs, the time attack cars. They are absolutely delicious. They have the horsepower ramped right to the top and the weight on minimum. They are raring to go. I've not really even got to the rules. This is a 60-minute race at the Nürburgring. So, all good stuff. Everyone's saying they're ready to go. When we got a few contenders here. I'm sorry, so last dash halt. Well, I'm on it now. This moved to Friday night. This used to be our Thursday evening race, and that's why I'm all in the tither. And Wrxc is VRC's one-make series using the Subaru Isle of Man time attack car, the GRX. Drivers will need to tame this wild beast of a car across 10 weeks of racing that will test all of their driving skills to the limit. The championship has been set for amateur drivers of good level. So this championship's going to be over 10 weeks. I think they can use the racing, I think there's all options of racing tyre for them. Oh no, softs and mediums, I think. The other ones are all for other things. He started qualifying. That's terrible. I'm really sorry, guys. I should have briefed myself up. We'll work it out as we go along. So qualifying starts. I'll tell you how long that is. I should just look at the race route. Easier. So we follow Skyjacker out. This is poor. The new headset. It's knocked me for 6. Last minute decision. So I quickly checked out my stream of the last round, and I thought I could hear a lot of crackling. And then when I did a bit of testing with Skyjacker, he mentioned there was a crackling, so I had to swap headphones out. And now I'm all like, ugh. So Skyjacker saying, oh, hello, sweetness. And Skyjacker saying, 12 weeks, this one. Awesome. So we're at the Nürburgring GP, as you may have already worked out without me telling you. It's a 3.199 mile track with 16 turns. And we're having one race here. Oh no, it looks like Skyjacker's had a moment on his outlap. Racer Brown taking part. We'll see, have a quick look through. And we'll catch up with the rules as we go along. So, Racer Brown there on his outlap. We've got electric. I've got the zoom button now. See, I'm not used to doing lives as well. I've been doing replays for what seems like an age now. So, on the live format, it's freaking me out a little. Homesick Alien. It should be a well-known livery by now. He's taken the win here before. I don't know if Petula, our current championship, I think he got his name down a little too late for this one. And he's not here to defend his crown. So, my word. But Racer Brown then, in his Mountain Dew Subaru time attack. He's coming up to the final part of the track. And then he's going to go a full-on attack. These cars ramp right up to the top horsepower and at minimum weight. They have a DRS. I think it's when they get to 90. They can press a button and you can see that DRS down at the bottom of your screen flashing away. That means he's got his spoiler dipped. It straightens out the spoiler to cause less drag. He's gone deep into that corner, but it's a good line. There's Racer Brown attacking the apexes of these early tight corners. He's on the racing soft tyre. He's dipped a wheel over the curb, but it's not costing him anything. He's coming around to the tight left that goes straight into a right that gets tighter and tighter as you go around. He's stayed within the track. It's a tricky one in itself. Now full throttle all the way down to this left-hander going into a tighter right-hander, always going downhill. The brakes mean diddly squat when the car's weight is taking the momentum down the hill, and they're straightening out again, ready for this tricky hairpin. He's had a clean lap so far, We could call that a banker. It's definitely looked good. Very pristine there from Wrxc Brown as he heads up the hill towards the slight chicane. Always on balance in your car as it travels uphill. And then the car straightening out again. Heavy braking into this left-hander. Trying to get back across the track to hit the right at quite good speed. Carrying through there as it drops down the hill. And Wrxc Brown so far looking set for a good time in his mountain adieu. And here he comes up towards the chicane. Many a man's fall. Coming through the chicane, missing it out, but he's got on them apexes, straight lined it as best he can, and that, my ladies and gentlemen, is a beautiful lap there from Wrxc Brown as he comes around that final corner and gets himself a great time of a 1:55.5, and he lays it down for the rest to beat. Here comes Electric. He's already passed 55. Wrxc Alien just behind him. Wrxc Alien goes faster than Electric. He did a 56.6. Now Talleyrand popping it up there. 55.6. Only a tenth off of Wrxc Brown. Electric holding no patch. Just pipped into 4th place with a lovely Rizla livery there. Very nice. And there goes Anton Poika up into 4th. Not managing to get. And Skyjacker just pops it into 4th place. Hotly contended here at the Nürburgring. And Guesty putting in a time there for 7th. So Jim's gone across the line as well. And the running order. And now Barry Twins going across the line. Will run down. There's Wrxc Brown in 1st place. Talleyrand holding 2nd spot. Homesick Alien in 3rd. But he's come across Electric. He's either going to have to back out of this one or hope Electric lets him by. If Electric's made a mistake or something. But no, I think Homesick might have to back off, and I don't think Skyjacker's too far behind him. Joker's setting a time. Well, they haven't broken top 3. Skyjacker in that 4th place. Jim getting a great 5th in his Scooby-Doo. Beautiful stuff there. A monster livery from Jim. Anton Poika 6th fastest so far, with Bunny in 7th in that fast lane conveyors limited livery. And that is funky. It looks like it's fresh out the 80s. I think I had a couple of pairs of socks that colour. Then we have Guesty down there in 8th place. Don't count him out. He's just building up. He wants those tyres to wear out a little bit. Actually, I don't think the tyres have got anywhere in qualifying. But Guesty drives better on a used set. And he's got a lovely Subaru livery there. A take on the old blue and yellow. And I like it. Pat's now in the Rizla. Subaru in 9th place. 10th then for Electric. 11th, and now they're setting times again. Talleyrand he was already ahead of Homesick, wasn't he? So Barry Twins holding on to 11th. Turtle 12th fastest. Matt Psycho just popping in to get 9th fastest, putting himself ahead of Pat. Pat also putting in a good time. Uncle V Darren, he doesn't look to be out of the pits. I don't know if he's even managed a run yet. So Wrxc Brown though still holding on to that pole position, but that is, their fuels are depleting, so the cars will be getting faster. Jim sets a time, puts him in 6th ahead of Skyjacker. Monster v Monster, a bit of a contrast, but Skyjacker's updated his Monster livery. It looks rather splendid. I like it. So I said like it twice now, and I thought it was a mistake the first time. Jim having a little bit of a spasm there. It probably is me. Let's hope it all stays together. Let's hope the server stays strong, holds up to what these Scoobies throw at them. And Guesty then there. I haven't seen many times going up. So I don't think many people have beaten their first time so far. So in the chat, Rido saying hello thingy. Mama Homesick saying evening thingy. And Mama Psycho saying evening guys. Hello thingy. So yeah, hello guys, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us here this evening for this 60-minute race we're going to be facing down soon. Wrxc Brown on pole. Talleyrand trying to close that gap. He's a 10th away from Wrxc Brown. Anton Poika has moved himself up to 3rd fastest, only 2 tenths off of Talleyrand, nearly 4 tenths off of Wrxc Brown. It's there, Anton, you can find it. If if anyone can extract that time, he did some great performances last season. Come the end of the season, he really got a hold of his Scooby and started doing some impressive stuff. Talleyrand has just pipped Wrxc Brown with a 55.3. So now Talleyrand sitting on pole position. Wrxc Brown. Has he got it? He's got to dig deep. Matt Psycho set another time. He's put him up into 8th place, just behind Skyjacker by 3/10. Pat has put a time in, and he is in 11th. He's 7/10 off of Joker, 7/10 ahead of Electric. Skyjacker topping his time. He's put himself up ahead of Homesick Alien now with a 55.9. Wow, he couldn't be any closer to Anton Poika, being 3,000ths of a second off of his time. That is some mental timings out there in the chat then. Muddy saying evening. Hi, Koi. And Talleyrand then still making his way around. Wrxc Brown having to find himself 2/10 out there. And let's have a look at his JB replica. And he's looking good so far, Talleyrand. We don't see him out too often to play. But always good to see his helmet. So Anton Poika out there. And he's come across Pat. And yes, like the rules state, you're not allowed to overtake in qualifying. But if the person ahead, you're not also, the rules state, you're not allowed to impede someone. So if you've made a mistake and someone's caught you up, really the honourable thing would be to let them have the position. But maybe Anton Poika has just caught Pat. Look at them cars slide. Beautiful stuff. They cruise around this track with absolute delicacy. Wrxc Brown setting a time, 700ths, and a bit of change off of Talleyrand's time now. So, but Talleyrand, he's getting purples. Is that another one? No, he must have lost away. Bit of Homesick Alien putting his hat in the ring now with a 56.5, 6/10 off of Skyjacker's time. And Matt Psycho now just pipping Homesick Alien with a 56.4. So the field is very tight. Bunny, he's always fast. He's only a 10th off of Homesick Alien, only 5,000ths ahead of Jim. Some big welly out there trying to find a bit of time. This one's looking good. Is it any better? He's gone better. He's gone pulled away just slightly, just very slightly away from Bunny. But closer to Homesick. Look at that. 700ths off of Homesick and 600ths ahead of Bunny. Guesty, 7/10. He's lacking a bit of pace out there at the moment. Maybe he's just running his fuel down, taking some steady laps, get some bankers in before he goes on the attack. Come the end of this session, 4 minutes remaining, so he's got plenty of time yet. Joker's there in 10th so far. His fastest lap was his 3rd lap. And he is at 4/10 off of Guesty. That's what he's looking for. We'll wait for a sector. He's looking for 4/10 to get that 9th place off of Guesty. He's got Pat 7/10 behind him in 11th. So Joker's pushing that Scooby right into the edge. You can see it's a beast to get a hold of. You can see it wants to slide in the corners, but you really don't want it to. I mean, this is not too bad because tyre wear isn't an issue, but in the race, and Turtle's putting a fantastic time, beating Pat, and only a 10th off of Joker, so I missed his sector. So he's coming down towards the hairpin, so after the hairpin we'll see a sector time. See if Joker's can find that 4/10 on a Guesty, but Guesty's out there as well, remember, putting in some cracking lap times as well. And we've got 3 minutes remaining. He's 2/10 off of his best, so it's going to be a struggle to find 6/10. Bunny, not used to seeing him down in 8th place. He's usually up there in the top 5 at least. And here he goes 6th, just knocking on the door. Jim's left. We saw him lagging a little bit, so I wonder if he's getting internet issues. Talleyrand remains top of the pile on pole position there with a 155.312. He loves a Scooby. He's never taken part in the WRX challenge that I know of. I think he was part of the kind of first season that wasn't a first season, like his trials or something. Pat's put in a better time, and so has Anton Poika. Anton Poika in the top 3. He's only a 10th. Look how tight it is at the top. He's only a tenth and a bit off of Talleyrand, the pole time. 600ths off of Wrxc Brown. Wrxc Brown 700ths off of Talleyrand. It's hotly contested, that pole. Then you've got Skyjacker 4/10 behind Anton Poyker. Barry Twins puts in the time. Have I even seen Barry Twins? There he is, 12, 6/10, 7/10 virtually behind Pat. And 2.5 tenths ahead of Electric. Uncle B, he's out of the pits. He's put in a time. He's put in a time, but he's back in the pits again. I don't know what woes UBD is having, but he's struggling to stay out there on track. Keeps going back to the pits. Talleyrand, though, still on pole. Wrxc Brown chasing it down. Only 1.5 minutes left to go. They'll cross the line, and it'll be their last attempt. And that's not a great time from Wrxc Brown. Must have made a mistake on that lap. Anton Poyker, a man to watch. As the fuel load gets lower, he's seeming to put some good laps in. And he could be a danger man there. Homesick Alien going faster, moving up into 4th ahead of Skyjacker. Muddy in the chat saying, which is better, Turtle or Talleyrand's liveries? Ah, did you have your hand in them? And there we see Matt Psycho going faster into 5th. They're all knocking Skyjacker down in their final runs. As the clock runs down, Skyjacker, though, puts in the time. He jumps them both again. Back up into 4th. It's a seesaw there for that 4th, 5th and 6th. It's a rotating door. Electric goes faster as well. We've only got 30 seconds of this session. All the time's starting to drop right at the end. Electric there in 12th. Pat goes faster. Pat goes faster. He goes into 9th ahead of Jokers. Great for Pat there in 9th spot. A great time in the Rizzler. And Guesty's gone into the pits. So Guesty not happy with the qualifying. And so is Matt, obviously. Maybe he made a mistake on the final lap with the clock just counting down. And decided to sit out the lap, maybe get off the track. It does clear the track, I suppose. Talleyrand going for the run. Wrxc Brown on the attack of that. He's got purples. My word, he's 4/10 up. Talleyrand, though, he's showing purple as well. This is a titanic battle. Wrxc Brown is ahead of Talleyrand on the track. He's coming up to the final chicane. And that, wow, he said he was 4/10 up. But we saw Talleyrand was purple as well. It's the battle of Mountain Dew versus Talleyrand's, or is he just got a plain Subaru? Not plain Subaru, but, and there we go, Wrxc Brown. Is he going to take pole? He takes pole by 6/10, and what can Talleyrand do? Talleyrand's coming down, it's gone to green. I don't think he's going to be fast enough. We'll see when he crosses the line, and no, he goes faster, but not fast enough. My word, and now we've got Anton Poyker. Homesick Alien, though, he's just slipped up there in 3rd. Can Anton Poyker, he's getting greens, and what can he do? Skyjacker also out there on a run. They're all on their final run. Homesick Alien crossing the line. He's grabbed himself 3rd. It's down to Anton Poyker. Jim's back in the room, hoping to start from the back of the grid. They'll be asked to exit. Skyjacker goes into that 3rd place. Anton Poyker now shuffled down twice, and he's on his final run. Skyjacker, what a lap there for 3rd. How far off? 600ths. Electric's crossed the line. He's got 8th place. Off of Pat. Super stuff. What can Anton Poyker do? He's been looking threatening all evening as he comes up towards the line. And he grabs that 3rd place. My lord. Matt Psycho in 6th. Bunny grabs 7th in the end. Electric, a great 8th for Electric in that Scooby. Jokers in 9th spot ahead of Guesty. Not a great qualifying for Guesty. One to watch in the race, though. Pat in 11th spot ahead of his ex-teammate from the GTMC Turtle. They were both the Beamer boys. Barry Twins in 13th, and Uncle B Darren just didn't seem to be able to get out of the pits in this session. I hope everything's okay in that car. Maybe some last minute work. But Wrxc Brown really 6/10. That is demoralising for Talleyrand. So who did Muddy ask me? Turtles or Talleyrand? Let's have a look at Turtles. We've got a bit of time because guys are in the pit stops. I think they were thinking implementing a rule you can't sit in the pits again. This bit where it just sort of drags on. Oh look, that's difficult because they're both good. That's not fair, is it? That's not a fair question to ask. Which one's better? Guess these is. Let's have a look. They're just, I don't know. I like the rims on that. Oh, I ain't got a side view of Talleyrand's. I've only got 5 seconds. Quick, turn around, Talleyrand. Turn around. I want to see. I like Turtle's rims better than Talleyrand's. I might like Talleyrand's livery. That's just cruel, Muddy. What a thing to ask someone. That's not fair, dude. I don't know. They're both as good as each other. There's bits and bobs on both. Pat in the chat saying 6/10 up on the last lap, then spun just before the final sector. Oh, I'm so sorry, Pat. 6/10. That would probably got you ahead of what, Jokers, maybe Electric up into 8th place. You were around that sort of situation, though, weren't you, during the qualifying up there around 8th, battling for 8th place. But here we see Racer Brown after his epic qualifying battle. Oh no, we're all exiting. Sorry, I forgot about that. I was just winding up the gun then. I was starting to turn the handle on the Gatling gun, ready to fire it off. But no, we're all exiting because we're going to have Jim back to the back of the pack. So yeah, look at me. But they all got a little sneaky practice start there. That's good for them. And oh, poor Uncle B Darren, his livery's not showing up. That's a shame. He's got on the default livery, but he has a livery. I'm sure I've seen a picture of it. I do like Gesties though. It's like that Subaru car that Talleyrand and Turtle are driving, but exploded. No exit. There we go. And then they got to re-enter, and then I think he might, because Jim's the only one. It might put him straight to the back automatically. I don't know if Skyjacker will have to reshuffle the grid, but it's great to see the WRXs back. 60-minute race ahead of us, a tantalising race. You've seen how those cars slide in the corners. You saw that. And that is what kills their tyres, and it's really hard for them to get a good strategy on there. You know they want to go long. I think the fuel tank's quite, generous, so I think they would like to go long if they could, but it's the tyres are killers. Where the cars are sliding around. In the chat then, Muddy said, to be honest, I prefer Talleyrand's. I never thought about putting Archers on mine. Homesick Alien saying evening. Oh, hello. He's having a small break from the car. He'll be out there. They'll be doing spins now, so we'll get out there and have a look at some donuts. Mama Homesick saying good luck, Homesick. Joker saying evening. Hello. Hello, wow, we're really busy. Skyjacker's tagging him. I don't know. He's too busy on YouTube, Skyjacker, chatting to me. Look at me, snitch. I'm boasting. It's a boast. It's a flex. So, Homesick Alien out there. Mr. Psycho, we haven't had a good look at his car yet. It was a busy qualifying. We haven't had a good long gander at some of these liveries. See, this is why I've got used to doing the replays, because I do a grid walk. You can get a good look at the liveries. But yeah, he's gone with the Children's Trust, a charity close to all our hearts. We held an event, an endurance event, to try and raise some money, and we did all right for them. We did okay. We don't want to boast. And that's a lot of money for a small club. And yeah, we see Matt Psycho practicing some starts. Pat in a very nice Rizla. I do like the Suzuka Rizla design. So that is a fave. Pirelli livery for Electric. The tyre company jumping in bed with Electric, and I bet it's something irony. I bet he's got like Michelin's on. I bet he's got a Michelin sponsor on the front there. I love it. There you go. Their salesman's good. Salesman on the Electric camp. He can sell you a bridge. Look at him. 2 tyre companies sharing the same space, and you go porn. Back GoPro, sorry. GoPro, the inventor of POV. So here they go. They're lined up then. That was some laughing about. Not from me, just talking rubbish. So I do warn you, I haven't been to bed today. I worked last night. I'm not going to start saying woe is me and that, but yeah, I've been up a long time. So expect mistakes. 60 minutes of racing. First round, so I'm not even sure of colour cars. I don't usually pick up on the liveries until sort of 2 rounds from the end of the season. But there they go, they're off now. Racer Brown maintaining the lead ahead of Talleyrand. And Anton Poyka pushing his way ahead of Homesick Alien. And Racer Brown coming down onto the inside to defend. Talleyrand trying to have a look around the outside, the long way round. He's left himself wide open, Anton Poyka, but he's on the inside. Can he maintain that second? No, Anton Poyka's through. Anton Poyka, he's up, but Talleyrand's now on the inside. He's got to late break it down into the apex. He's got to keep on the apex, not make contact, but Anton Poyka now has got that inside line. Loads of action behind with Homesick Alien, Skyjacker side by side, but it's Anton Poyka and Talleyrand battling it out there, giving Racer Brown a chance to pull out an inch or two on these two drivers. Homesick Alien now took there and then at it again. Anton Poyka trying to protect that second place. Talleyrand all the way up in his business with Homesick Alien just lurking behind and ready to jump. Bunny, there you go. That's more like it. I said he's usually higher than that in qualifying, and he's made a leap up into 5th place. Skyjacker in 6th, and from 3rd down to 6th. Electric 7th. There's Matt Psycho. He's lost a couple of places. He's gone side by side with Pat, but he's stayed ahead, and now Pat in 9th place. Joe Cass in the 10th spot. There's Guesty in 11th with Turtle 12th, and Barry Twins 13th, Jim in 14th, and Uncle B Darren down in 15th place. But there we see Racer Brown pulling away from the battle of Talleyrand. But now Talleyrand's ahead. Talleyrand's ahead of Anton Poyka. Homesick Alien, look at that, bumper to bumper. 3 cars. And there's Bunny set to join him, and Talleyrand not that far ahead of him. And this is some absolutely humdinger close racing. How are they going to deal with the chicane? Skyjacker being bold, having a look at the inside of the Alien, but the Alien holds the line and puts Skyjacker back in his box, but Anton Poyka gets to get a run away from Homesick Alien, and Homesick Alien now under threat again from Skyjacker. He's made a move up the inside, and he might be able to make it sick, but Homesick Alien looks like he's got a better drive out the corner, and this is tight now between Skyjacker and Homesick Alien, drag racing all the way down to the first corner. The hairpin as they slam on the brakes. It looks like Homesick heavier on the brakes than Skyjacker. Skyjacker moves ahead, and Bunny's right there on the corner trying to get something on the go there, but Skyjacker there solid. And there Homesick, I thought Skyjacker had the job done, but Homesick Alien back again alongside him, and this is something else. And I know there's a similar battle just ahead of these guys between Talleyrand and Anton Poyka. We'll have a look. There we see side by side also. The racing is fast and it's frantic here at the Nürburgring for the Virtual Racers Club's WRX Challenge Season 4, and Talleyrand now is putting Anton Poyka back into 3rd. Homesick Alien staying ahead of Skyjacker Bunny right on his tail. Then we have Matt Psycho and Pat just moving ahead of Matt Psycho and Pat really rolling up their sleeves, getting their elbows out, showing who's who out there, whilst Jokers catches them up. Electric trying to get a move, but he just can't get the car in. Jokers gets away, and now Electric's under threat from Guesty on the move, and Electric moves over to the rack to make a block. You're entitled to one move as long as you don't make contact, and Guesty then gets a face full, but someone's off. Jokers is off wide. He kicks up low sand, and the whole field virtually is ahead of him. Uncle B seems to have had an issue. He's dropped back a little bit. So Racer Brown now pulling away from the pack. Talleyrand ahead of Anton Poyka. Homesick Alien holding on to that 4th with Skyjacker now defending from Bunny, a very fast Bunny. He's chasing him down. This is some fast and frantic racing, and they all missed the chicane. I saw Homesick, Skyjacker and Bunny all pushing so hard, none of them made the chicane, my word. And there we go. Oh, I thought he was going to hit that wall. He's holding a tight line around that first corner. Is Bunny tucking him back behind Skyjacker. We've got Pat in 7th ahead of Matt Psycho in 8th just behind us, and here comes Bunny to try and get the move done, but it looked like Skyjacker later on the brakes than Bunny in that corner, and this is something else. Racer Brown out there leading the way, getting fastest lap after fastest lap. Anton Poyka chasing him down. No, Anton Poyka's up into 2nd. Talleyrand now down into 3rd. Talleyrand must have made a small mistake now. Homesick Alien is in the mix for that top 3 shout. Skyjacker in 5th place. We've not talked about tactics or strategies or anything yet. The beginning of this race has started like an absolute sprint race, and this has been absolutely crazy. Bunny all over the back of Skyjacker. Then we've got Matt Psycho. Oh, it looks like his problem with Pat has gone away, because there's no sign of Pat. So Matt Psycho in 7th with Guesty catching him up in 6th place. Electric in 9th spot. ahead of Jim, who started out the back, up to 10th already. 5 positions under Jim's belt. Pat's dropped back into 11th. Turtle in 12th, and Pat's sliding that car. And this is the problem with the tyre wear. These cars just want to slide, but you cannot let them. You cannot let them on tarmac. It's all right on mud, but on the tarmac, it will destroy your tyres. Jokers, we saw having an off. He's in 13th. Now Uncle B has got himself ahead of Barry. Barry's had a bit of an off as well. And oh my word, he's lining up the car. He's getting on. And, you know, Barry only just joining the VRC. And this is an absolute steep learning curve in the Scooby. They are monsters. Racer Brown, though, leads the way around. 3 laps done. Just about to put the 4th one down. We've got 6 minutes virtually. And here we go again. Talleyrand up the inside of Anton Poiker in that final corner. My gosh. And Talleyrand, does he make it stick? It's a drag race again down to the first corner, side by side. Homesick Alien getting ever closer. He's getting the slipstream off of Anton Poiker. Talleyrand's planning on to go on those brakes real late. And Talleyrand does claim that place, and oh dear, we've lost Uncle B, Darren. That is a shame. It did look like something was amiss there, as these two trying to go side by side around these first sections of corners. It's crazy. Homesick Alien just getting a great view there. Will sit on board with the Alien sitting in 4th place, just tucked up behind this beautiful battle between Talleyrand and Anton Poiker, and they are hard at it. And we have Skyjacker not that far behind us. So Homesick Alien and Skyjacker's bringing Bunny along to the party. This is super, and Racer Brown managing to get that couple of car lengths on Anton and Talleyrand. And then they got into some serious racing, and Racer Brown, oh, and it looks like Talleyrand's really late on the brakes. He's lost it to Homesick and Anton Poiker. He left that door wide open. Oh no, he's coming back again. Oh, what a save. That was really good. So, yeah, Homesick Alien, he's back down behind Talleyrand. I thought Talleyrand had gone real wide. I thought he was down joining Skyjacker and Bunny, but no, back on track again, ahead of Homesick Alien. And now it's never ended for Talleyrand. He's got to battle the Alien. He's been fighting the Flying Finn for 4 laps, and now he has the Alien to contend with. They're tag teaming that poor dude. Skyjacker though, oh, Bunny looking wild, pulling out of that slipstream. He had to think about it, and I think he stamped on the brakes with both feet there. The way the back end of that car was swinging. My lord. It was like a Swedish massage parlour. It was swinging all over the place. Some crazy racing between Skyjacker and Bunny there. In the chat, we have Mama Sykes saying, come on, Matt. And we have Tuppy saying, boom, no. I think he said that before. I think he might be a robot. I'm not sure. Robots exist. Matt Psycho then in 7th place. He's 4.7 seconds behind Bunny. But remember, I mean, strategies, we've not even talked about it. His fuel level's a little bit better than Bunny's and Skyjacker's. Tyre wear isn't doing too badly at the moment. We're not even 10 minutes into this race. The fuel is going down rather fast. Guesty, 1.6 seconds behind Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho, I think he's just getting himself into a pattern here, getting used to the car. This is his first time, as it is Talleyrand's in the WRX challenge. So, and these Scoobies are a different style of car altogether. So a Racer Brown, and you've got to remember to press your DRS when you get started to drop that wing. But Racer Brown out there, comfortable run for him at the moment. 5.5 seconds. Anton Poiker and Racer Brown, they had an absolutely stonking season together in the, I think it was the GT series. So it looks like they're going to pick up where they left off in that series. And at the moment, Racer Brown just got the edge. Talleyrand then chasing down Anton Poiker. He's pulled away from Homesick. Looks like Homesick might be struggling a little bit there, because he's got Skyjacker and Bunny a lot closer than they were. Let's go on board with Bunny. I know there's plenty of other cars driving. I'm trying to have a look at everyone, but this top second down to 6th battle is very interesting indeed. It keeps grabbing me. Look further down. So we got Guesty. Guesty's 1.7 seconds behind Matt Psycho. Jim's some 8 seconds behind Guesty now. He's 1.7 seconds ahead of Turtle, whom is in 10th spot. Everything seems to be going all right. Turtle saved a bit more fuel than Jim. Jim around about half a tank. And Turtle just somewhere between 3/4 and a half. Jokus in 11th, trying to recover from his earlier off. Pat, we saw, have troubles, and now he's into a battle with Electric. Looks like these two are having some fun. And Electric in 13th, battling with Pat. We saw Pat earlier battling with Matt Psycho. Must have had a bit of an off. He's got Electric all over his case. Out wide there it is, easy to do though. Can't do it too often or they'll be getting slaps on the wrist. Electric then 13th, chasing him down, and Barry at 14th. We've lost UBD. I think connection issues we'll put that down to. And Barry there, he's dropped off from the pack a little bit. He had a bad lap 3. We saw he was having issues. But Racer Brown, green at the front, green at the back. Racer Brown another fastest lap. He's enjoying this car. The more and more he drives it, the more attuned he is to its quirks. Anton Poika still only 7/10 ahead of Talleyrand. This battle is not easing up anytime soon. Homesick Alien still standing ground ahead of Skyjacker, and Bunny still dipping in and out, trying to look for an open door somewhere. But it looks like now Skyjacker is going on the attack against Homesick Alien. He can smell blood. And Bunny is just keeping up with them. Matt Psycho some 4 seconds behind these guys. As soon as they all start battling each other, Matt Psycho will be easy to drag them in. Talleyrand looks like he's dropped back a little bit more. Or they've caught up. I thought Homesick Alien a little further back from Talleyrand and Anton Poika. And look at this battle here. We're 12 minutes into this 60-minute race. And you can see Bunny having a look up the inside. I think the Racing Soft and Racing Medium tyres are available to them. It's free choice. There's no mandatory thing. I think they're getting treble points tonight because it's all one race, an endurance race. And some rounds will have 3 races. I think the mud ones are usually broken down. Oh, and that looked good there for Bunny. Got to close up very nicely to Skyjacker. Skyjacker, making a small mistake there. Don't often see him do. Gave Bunny half a chance. That's how tight this is. It's just down to that slight mistake. And Racer Brown, though, flying now. He's easing off, though. He's about a second slower than his average time so far that last lap around. Anton Poika 5.8 seconds dropped away from Racer Brown, only half a second ahead of Talleyrand. Very tight indeed. Homesick Alien in a strong 4th. He's pulled away from Skyjacker now. He must be feeling a little bit more comfortable with the gap behind him, but he must be eyeing up Talleyrand now to try and start making a move. They're on half a tank of fuel, so if you say we're 14 minutes in, that goes to 28. Not quite a one stop, is it? Unless they fuel save. And will the tyres? I said that this car's a tyre killer, but the tyres seem to be holding up quite nicely so far. I don't know how it feels for them. They probably think they're going off because the car's sliding around. Talleyrand going a little bit wide just ahead of the Alien we saw, giving Homesick Alien half a sniff at the rear end of that Subaru. Skyjacker and Bunny still having their fun, and Bunny now, they're alongside each other. Bunny's getting purples. Bunny has decided this is the time to go for the move. Skyjacker, he's had, I was going to say a sloppy lap. We saw him having a bit of an off. It must have been this lap, because he did a 57.4, which was a fine lap before this. But Bunny seems to be really wanting to raise the stakes here in lap times. He wants to get himself past the Skyjacker. to have a bite at everyone's beam, my lord. So Matt Psycho in 7th, 4.6 seconds behind that battle. He's doing the same lap times as those guys. His fuel is a little bit better. I think Matt Psycho is saving a bit there. So Homesick Alien has dropped away from Talleyrand. So Homesick Alien, after posting his fastest lap of 56.6, and he closed right up to Talleyrand, he seems to have dropped off this lap. And now Skyjacker and Bunny is just hopping around all over the back of Skyjacker at the moment. He just can't get enough of that green monster. Skyjacker, though, very close to the Alien. Alien out wide. Is Homesick Alien starting to feel the tyres? No, because I think Skyjacker's tyre wear is a little worse than Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien last time around at 58.6, 57.5, nearly a second faster. He's gone for the move. He's gone for the move as he outbrakes himself. Homesick Alien going back up the inside, but Skyjacker does have an advantage up the inside now, and that puts some level pegging. Skyjacker again on the inside line, but Homesick's still holding on. Now Homesick's got the inside advantage. Homesick Alien, this is the one, he's got to keep it there. Skyjacker's out very wide, but he's kept it on the track just about, I believe. And Homesick Alien, but there is Skyjacker side by side. But when they come down to this next corner, no, Homesick has inside, and there they go. They've all sorted themselves back out again. That was unbelievable. And there we see car 53, Bunny, just waiting to get something out of this. And Skyjacker's going for the late break into the hairpin. Homesick Alien, and no, Skyjacker seems to have got a better second half of that corner, getting better pull, but Homesick Alien still holds on to that fourth, making life very difficult for Skyjacker, and Skyjacker just cannot complete the move. He can't finish. He can't finish her off, baby. And now he's going for a late break again. Skyjacker really late on those brakes, and he's let Homesick through, but he's getting slight advantages from this late braking. He's not getting the move done, but he's there for the inside for the next corner. But now he's under threat from Bunny, and this is absolutely corking stuff. Now Bunny is not quite ahead of Skyjacker. It's crazy. Homesick Alien holding on to that fourth, but Skyjacker at it again. He really wants to get past Homesick. He's not happy with the pace Homesick Alien's running, and he obviously just wants to get by. He wants to get by and get on. He's, oh wow, lovely racing respect there given by all, and Homesick Alien stays there in fourth. Homesick Alien could have really put Skyjacker in jeopardy there, running him out, as Verstappen would have done easily. So Homesick breaking into that first corner, and Skyjacker there again, but he just can't do it. And Bunny from nowhere, look at that. Bunny alongside Skyjacker, and Skyjacker all that attacking, but Skyjacker's got that inside line on Bunny. I don't think Bunny can complete this one, and Skyjacker stays ahead for that fifth place, and it's very tight between Homesick Alien, Skyjacker and Bunny. I'm sure there's other tight battles elsewhere, but I cannot pull away from this one. And whilst they're battling, look at Matt Psycho. He was nearly 5 seconds behind this battle. He's only 3 seconds. That's how much these guys are slowing each other down now with their racing. And Talleyrand's pulled away a little bit. And yeah, as they're racing each other, they're slowing each other down. And Matt Psycho is catching them up hand over fist. He's bringing Guesty along in 8th place. He's only 2 seconds behind Matt Psycho. Doing similar times, lap times, a little bit slower. But let's have a look. Fuel-wise, Guesty's all right, but he's wearing his tyres a bit more. Jim there in 9th place, 8.7 seconds behind Guesty. Jokers in 10th. We have Turtle in 11th, Electric 12th, Pat in 13th, and Barry there in 14th. Racer Brown 6 seconds ahead of Anton Poiker. He's doing some nice steady, the 56.6, 57.6, 56.6. So he's 1 lap on, 1 lap off. Anton Poiker there chasing him down into the 57s now. One wonders if they're starting to try and conserve a bit of fuel to get that one stop to work. And Talleyrand, no one stop for Talleyrand. He's in, the first of the pit stops. Will we see an undercut here at Nürburgring? Homesick Alien, it doesn't follow Talleyrand in. He's got Bunny on his tail, but Skyjacker does think it's a good idea. Skyjacker likes that. He's doing it, and so is Matt Psycho. So we've got 3 of the heavy hitters into the pits. Racer Brown staying out there, but why would he pit if everything's working okay? He might try. He's got a quarter of a tank left, 10 minutes to go. I don't think there's enough fuel there to drag it out. I think they're only going to get to lap 20, minute 28 on these tanks. Homesick Alien still trying to fend off Bunny. Then we got Guesty staying out there. Joker's now up into 6th. Turtle 7th with all the pit stops. Talleyrand, no, I'm afraid, comes out ahead of Turtle. So the 2 similar liveries out there together. Talleyrand in 7th. Turtle there in 8th place. But Talleyrand has pitted, put some racing softs on, nearly topped up the car. So he must be doing a long stint in this one. Maybe doing a sprint at the end. Because that fuel's not going to get him all the way to the end, I don't think. 40 minutes to go on a full tank. He was less than a quarter when he went in. Turtle there in 8th spot, with Skyjacker out of the pits in 9th. He hasn't quite filled up, just over 3/4 on the racing softs. And Matt Psycho's jumped Homesick. No, Homesick Alien didn't stop, sorry. So yeah, Matt Psycho, he's done a similar strategy to Skyjacker there. He's only 3/4 filled it, put the racing softs on. He's only a second behind Skyjacker, so Matt Psycho has really turned his race around. I know he's down in 10th, but when they all pit and it shakes out, and we don't know what the undercut is going to do for the likes of Anton Poika and Homesick Alien, Guesty, all staying out there. Hat's fuel is flashing now, but he's off the track. Oh, Jim must have pitted. Jim's pitted. He's down in 13th. He was kind of behind Matt Psycho and Guesty, so I don't know though. He was a little bit away from them. I don't know if an early stop can help him against Guesty. There we see a Bunny still on Homesick Alien's tail. Anton Poika, is he just waiting for Racer Brown? Is he going to copy Racer Brown? Does he still feel his races with Racer Brown? I mean, he's always out for a win. Is Anton Poika? He's dropped 7 seconds on Racer Brown though. I know he lost a chunk of time racing Talleyrand, but still, since he's been in clean air, he's not quite doing the lap times Racer Brown is. It's 57.4 last time around for Anton Poika. Racer Brown at 56.8. So Anton Poika not quite getting those lap times that Racer Brown is getting. Fuel and tyres look similar on both cars. Homesick Alien under a lot of threat now from Bunny. Bunny really turning the screw on Homesick Alien, but Bunny's fuel is now flashing. Homesick Alien still got a fair few laps left in that Scooby. Guesty there in 5th. He's got the best fuel out of those guys. He might be able to stretch that to a 1-stop, you know. He's been sat back. Doesn't look like to be doing anything in this race. And yeah, in all fairness, he could be stretching it out to a 1-stop there. Talleyrand after his pit stop in 6th. And that puts Guesty in a threat for him, really, because Guesty only if he does 1 stop. Racer Brown's come in. Is Anton Poika going to copy him? No, he's already gone past the pit lane. Homesick Alien coming up to that final corner. Bunny's peeled off. Bunny has peeled off into the pits. Racer Brown into the pits. Anton Poika and Homesick Alien both staying out. Do you think they've got aspirations of 1 stop in? It's going to be tight. They'll have to fuel save some point. If they don't fuel save this side of the stop, they'll have to fuel save the next. Guesty also, but Guesty's fuel is so much better than the 2 ahead of him. Racer Brown in the pits, they're stationary. Bunny only just getting there. Guesty, Talleyrand, can the undercut work? He was quite a way off Racer Brown. No, Racer Brown's already been released. He's back on the track. Absolutely no issues there with Racer Brown's pit stop. He's put a good fair whack of fuel in there, and he's on the racing softs. Talleyrand then in 5th place, chasing him down. In fact, he's probably lost a bit of time to him. And that Mama Sai saying she loves it. Who couldn't? This is fantastic stuff. Skyjacker 2 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho going faster than he's gone before with a 56.9 last time around. Skyjacker, oh sorry, I was on him, with a 57.0, so it's nothing in it between these two. Really isn't anything in it. Bunny after his pit stops after Turtle. Turtle hasn't pitted yet though. But Bunny, where's Homesick? Homesick's... Oh, he still hasn't pitted. Sorry, for some reason I thought Homesick may have done. Well, these two are going to have to make a decision pretty soon. Their fuel tanks flashing away at them. And they're still 5 minutes away from the halfway mark. That one stopper, that vital one stopper. They just needed 5 more minutes of fuel. And I don't know if they've got it. Anton Poyker might be able to squeeze another lap out of that. I'm not sure if Homesick dare. Guesty, he's flashing as well. Possibly another lap, maybe two. There's Homesick Alien, like I said. I didn't think he'd want to dare, but there, Anton Poyker dares. He dares indeed. Nearly 2 minute lap time, remember. We're at 25 and a half. That'll put him at the 27 and a half minute mark. It's still, the math does not work for a one stop. They're still going to be short in the second half of this race. Now, all I can think of is they've done a long run at the beginning. Maybe they're going to short fuel and still do a two-stop, but they've just gone long. Racer Brown then back up into third, 10 seconds behind Guesty. Homesick Alien now. Talleyrand moving ahead of Alien. The Alien's fight was with Bunny and Skyjacker. And Bunny somehow has ended up behind Matt Psycho and Sky. But Sky and Matt Psycho, remember, only 3/4 of her fuel. They short-filled their tanks. Homesick Alien back out behind Skyjacker and Matt Psycho. So that's short filling, because no, but Homesick Alien short filled. He is. He's gone late into it. I love it. I'm not pulling my own chain, but didn't I call it? He's only put half a tank in. He's short filled, and he's gone for a bold move on Matt Psycho. Early doors. He doesn't want Matt Psycho to rest on his laurels. He wants to get in there early doors, make the move, and go and attack Skyjacker. But yes, it looks to me like Homesick Alien has gone long in the first stint, short filled it for a short sprint stint now, and yeah, it's put him behind Matt Psycho and Skyjacker though, with them two having that earlier stop. Bunny's put a shed load of fuel in it. He's really gonna, I don't know if he's gonna just try and short stop it for the final stop, but he's lost a hell of a lot of time to the guys he was racing ahead. Turtle in ninth, only 5.2 seconds. He's still not pitted though, and he's made it past halfway. No, he hasn't. No, sorry, I looked at the wrong clock. So Anton Poyker, he has come in. And Guesty has to as well. I don't think Guesty has got a choice in the matter. We've seen Guesty, though, push it. We've seen him run out of fuel more than once. So those two are in. Racer Brown will resume as race leader in this race. And like I said, we're rushing up to halfway through. And it's very interesting. I mean, Racer Brown, he's head and shoulders ahead of Anton Poyker, but it's the Talleyrand. Does the undercut work for Talleyrand against Anton Poyker? At the moment, he's fueling up. There is no fuel thing, so it's just they teleport it into the car. And yeah, Skyjacker, where is Anton Poyker? He should be back out on track. He's moving, he's in third. No, he's lost Skyjacker's position. So the undercut, but he's absolutely topped up. He really is going to try and one stop this, I reckon. He's going to try and save fuel in this stint, so my word. But Talleyrand will be pitting again. Skyjacker will be pitting again, and he's only just ahead. Racer Brown will be pitting again, and is Anton Poyker now. He's topped that car up at 28 and a half minutes, and he only has to do a little bit of fuel saving, and he may be able to get a one stop to work. We will have to see. Skyjacker at the moment, though, doesn't want to give up that third position. Maybe realises, I think he does listen to the stream, he's probably thinking, oh no, I'm going to try and stop your plans, Mr. Poyker. We can see what you're up to. But then Anton, he might be quite happy sitting behind Skyjacker, in all fairness. If he can sit in the slip, no, he's gone for the move. So, Skyjacker off wide there. I don't know if there was contact, possible contact. They did look very close together. I don't know if that's the reason. Skyjacker went wide. We'll see. We'll see if anything drops on the steward's bench. But that could be. It needs a closer look. From what angle I saw, they looked close, but I didn't think there was contact. But I've been wrong in the past. So Racer Brown and that's well, Anton Poyker hasn't messed in on too much. He's 3.5 seconds behind Talleyrand. He's got Matt Psycho and Homesick Alien right on his tail, though. These two have come back into play. Skyjacker positively probably fuming, either with Anton Poika or with himself, but he's just got to get a calm head. He's got to remember, not even halfway yet, still in a good position, 6th place. Just got to have a couple of deep breaths and then get back on it. Oh, Anton Poika, is he slowing down? Is he trying to redress? Oh no, he's still in 3rd. I thought I suddenly saw him drop it. But no, Anton Poika there in 3rd. Wrxc Iv going for a bold move. Oh, late on the brakes. Wrxc Iv makes the move, but he was just too late on the brakes. But it's given Matt Psycho the opportunity. He gave Matt Psycho an absolute clanger of an opportunity to get himself up into 3rd. The man that was down there in 7th, 8th, didn't look like much was happening for him. He's suddenly come to life in this second half of the race. And he's there in a podium position, legitimately. Although Anton Poika, we think, could be one stop in. Homesick Alien, he's been keeping up with Matt Psycho all that time, and he just must have just lost track of him a little bit when Matt Psycho lunged forward to try and have a go. Now Anton Poika, though, coming back at Matt Psycho up the inside. Professional overtake there. He lined that one up 2 corners ago. And there you see the Flying Finn back up into 3rd place. Matt Psycho sitting in the slipstream, waiting for an opportunity. Homesick Alien trying to cotton back onto the back of those guys. Skyjacker in 6th, recovering. 20 in 7th. Strange pit strategy. Oh, we think he might be trying to fuel save and go one stop, possibly. Guesty out there, possibly another one stopper. And if he is, that's a good couple of positions ahead of him. He could gain. Jim in 9th. He's doing a 2-stopper. He's 13 seconds ahead of Jokers and 7 seconds behind Guesty. Pretty safe 9th place there. Possibly could get into the battle ahead of him if they start rooking. Jokers then in 10th. He's 23 seconds ahead of Turtle. He's out for a nice cruise. Get used to his new car. Get a good feeling for her. He's already put 139 miles on the clock. And yeah, man and machine. Meeting, melding, bonding. Turtle in 11th place. He's only 5 seconds ahead of Pat. Pat's a Rizzler roller. Oh no, I can't call it that because there is someone who races with us called Rizzler roller. Rizzler the roller. So in his Rizzler Scoob, Scooby Rizzler is in 12th, nearly 4 seconds ahead of Electric. Electric has just made his 2nd stop. Is it his 2nd stop or is that his 1st stop? That's pretty impressive. That's his 1st stop into the 2nd half of the race. He's running all the way till the end there. That's not bad. Pat ahead of him. We'll have to pit again. Turtle, he might be one stopping as well. So, oh God, that was the wrong button to press. I went off the end of the keyboard. Jokers, yeah, he'll be possibly stopping. Jim, but I think Jim might be out of reach for Turtle. Or who else was it down there? One stopping. Electric, right? I don't know if it's one stopping or if he's had a 2nd stop. And Barry Twins, he's gone for the medium tyres. Barry Twins gone for the mediums. The only one yet we've seen on those medium tyres is 21 seconds. I imagine he lost a bit of time at the very beginning. And oh yeah, we saw him have that off. And I imagine now he's probably thinking he's got a good 60-minute test here to get used to this car for the rest of this season. That's what it's all about. Just getting used to how the car reacts. It's a very loose car. You can play with the differential, but I never did. But you can play around with the brake bias. The differential is it's sliding. It's very sliding into the corners. Nippy, and it's got a nice pointy front end. I do like a pointy front end on a car. When you turn it turns, but it also, the back end likes to just sort of drag itself around with it. It likes to just hang it out. So yeah, and on tarmac you cannot get away with them slides. You've got to drive it straight because you'll just rip your tyres apart. Racer Brown now 15 seconds ahead of Valorant. That is unbelievable stuff. When did that happen? He's been doing consistent 56s since his pit stop. He's pulled out some 14 seconds. We've got 25 minutes left of racing. Talleyrand looks like a solid second place so far, but he cannot rush away from Anton Poyka. Anton Poyka doing a 57.0 his last time around, and there is Talleyrand half a second slower that last lap than Anton Poyka. So Anton Poyka, and don't forget Anton Poyka, Talleyrand, a lighter car, older tyres. So Anton Poyka playing the long game. We do suspect he's going to try and one-stop it, aren't we? But Talleyrand and Racer Brown ahead of him are going to have to pit. And they do lose around 40 seconds. And he is only 18 seconds behind Racer Brown. So if Anton Poyka can one-stop this race, that is almost got to be a certain win. So Homesick Alien, Homesick Alien and Matt Psycho still at it. This is where I should be. Look at these two. Absolute joyous occasion here. Both mamas in the chat watching their boys battling it out, and it's an absolute humdinger. Homesick in his Repsol Subaru versus Skyjack is getting close, isn't he? Matt Psycho in fourth in the Sick Children's Trust sponsored Subaru. The two Scoobs fighting every single corner. Again, late on those brakes, up the inside. Has it helped him? No, because Matt Psycho, and now is he going to lose it to Skyjacker? Skyjacker's on the scene. He's on the scene, and it looks like that late braking has really not helped Homesick, but Homesick might have the inside advantage here. Skyjacker right there on the outside, and he's there, but now Skyjacker's got an inside line on Homesick Alien. They're both out super wide. Oh my lord. What beautiful racing. It's not right, but it's fantastic stuff. And they both did it, so, you know, two wrongs make a right, I say. So there we see that battle there between Skyjacker and Homesick Alien. Matt Psycho, a sigh of relief from him, because that was draining that battle out of his fuel tank. And Skyjacker now, he has the advantage on the Alien. No, he does not. The Alien up the inside. Skyjacker, I don't know if he just late braked it, just went for a wider line, but Homesick Alien got that corner right and got right up the inside of Skyjacker. Now he's kicking up dust in his face, and Skyjacker coming back at the Alien. The Alien trying to make that Scooby as wide as he possibly can, but he is really wide. He's wide off the track, and now that gives Skyjacker, no, he's back on, and he's ahead. Oh my lord, but Bunny is now catching them up. And Bunny on a different fuel as both of those two, as Skyjacker tries to get the movement. I mean, Homesick, he's slowing himself down racing Skyjacker. Might be best just to let Skyjacker go, as Skyjacker is going to have to pit soon. Homesick Alien letting Matt Psycho pull away. He was on the same pace as Matt Psycho. Now he's got into this battle with Skyjacker, and they're on different fuel loads totally. So Skyjacker's Homesick Alien is costing himself time getting into this battle. He may have been better off letting Skyjacker by, grabbing a toe from him, up until Skyjacker's pissed off. There's going three in a corner there. Bunny's having an outside look, but there's Skyjacker up the inside, and Bunny's also, see, Bunny now, he's in the fight. Homesick Alien trying to stamp his authority all over that sixth place. Skyjacker a little bit wide. Does that mean Homesick Alien comes back as Skyjacker? Unbelievable, side by side. How many laps have them two gone through there, side by side? Beautiful stuff there from Skyjacker and Homesick Alien. Both of them on top of their game at the moment. And Bunny there trying to get a move on Skyjacker. So Skyjacker attacking, defend, attack and defend. And Skyjacker, he's going to forget which one he's meant to be doing. Skyjacker's fuel right on that bottom line. Homesick Alien still got a quarter of a tank left. Bunny just under half a tank left. And they're all on different strategies. Guesty, we think's one stopping. He's only 11 seconds behind those guys. They're all up a very smelly creek without a paddle. If Guesty is only one stopping, he's going to have all three of these. So we'll see. Oh, where's Skyjacker? Skyjacker suddenly disappeared. Oh no, Skyjacker, what happened? Oh no, it's not too bad. He's dropped behind Bunny. I mean, it is bad, but it's not like he's not facing the wrong way or doing any spins or such what. So Skyjacker though, fuel on the absolute minimum there. He's fuel light flicking wildly at him. Bunny on that half a tank's Homesick Alien coming in, very surprised. Try and get that. Well, it's because Talleyrand and Matt Psycho maybe, possibly pitting before him, just matching them. So it's a straight battle all the way home. No undercut to be done there. Racer Brown stays out. Anton Poika also staying out, but we think Anton Poika is really trying to get that one stop to work. 20 minutes left to go with half a tank of fuel. Oh, no, he's not going to do it, is he? He's had 10 minutes on that tank and he's used half of it already. So at best, he's just going to go. You see a back marker getting out of the way there, Barry Twins. And Racer Brown, absolutely a force to be reckoned with. But yeah, he's got a pit. So if Anton is doing this one stop, Bunny, I can't see that car getting to the end on that fuel. Guesty now up into fourth. Another one threatening to do a one stop. 14 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. And I don't know. Yes, see, Talleyrand's putting 3/4 of a tank. None of those guys have got that at the front. Half a tank from Anton Poika. Bunny just over a quarter of a tank. Guesty just over half a tank. Don't think they're going to get them one stops if they're trying. Talleyrand's he's pitted. He's put 3/4 of a tank in. That must be what it takes to get to the end of this race. Matt Psycho similar, 3/4 of a tank. He's got Homesick Alien right on his 6, and he also has gone for 3/4 of a tank. I've not even been able to sell anything to you guys during this. I've got lots of wares to flog. I want you to have a look at our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. Someone's put a lot of work into that. So it'd be nice if you went on there to give it a peruse. And I don't believe there's any tables yet this year. We've had our first race, a cracker. It's on YouTube if you want to check it out. The VGTs at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. And it was a beautiful race. Skyjacker then. He's just pitted. He's behind Jokers though. Joker's not pitting yet. And it's a concern out there. It's a concern. I don't think Guesty or Anton Poika is going to get that car to the end of this race, that fuel. But man, if they could, they could really stir up the pot. Talleyrand 12 seconds now, 13 seconds, so he's gained a second on Guesty already, which makes me think that Guesty is easing off. Look, yeah, because he can do 57s, and he's in the 58s. I think he's trying to fuel save. Anton Poika, he's easily can do 56s, but he's sort of mid 57s, early 57s, trying to fuel save. But I think they're saving for now. I think they've got to come in, check them cars off. I'm afraid. The Racer Brown though, formidable today. Car 86, the Mountain Dew. Subaru is dominated this race. It's been a joy, and like I said, reigning champion not here to contest his title, because this isn't just about being very fast. I mean, Racer Brown can dominate here all he very well much likes to, but Racer Brown also has to produce this in the wet and in the mud. We race on all conditions in the WRX Challenge, and it's all about consistency, not so much speed. So Racer Brown, he's having a great race here, but he's got to get them good places. That's where Catula and Homesick Alien, the only people to win the WRX Challenge so far, that's where they excel. And they also do very well on the tarmac. So they always come out at the top of the tables come the end of the season. And but I think, I'm pretty sure, touch wood. Well, no, there's no need to touch wood, it's just a guess. It's not a guess, it's what I think, but I can always just flag it as a guess. I think Catula missed the first round last time. I think he signed up late for the WRX Challenge last season and went on to win the season. So, I mean, we still might see Catula. Uncle B. Darren's dropped out. I don't know if that's just internet issues. I know there is a long reserve list, but I imagine that Catula, being the champion, would get a bump up the queue. I know it's always first come, first serve, but I would argue a champion should always be allowed to. You can't kick someone out of the championship that's already signed up, but if there's a space available. I imagine the reigning champion should get a little shout at that. So Racer Brown then, his fuel's flashing. Anton Poyka, 22 seconds adrift. That fuel's not dropping, is it? That fuel's not dropping. Only 15 minutes to go. This is very interesting. 9 seconds. Bunny. It was Talleyrand chasing him down, was it not? No, Bunny hasn't pitted yet. Sorry, yeah. Bunny hasn't pitted, but he's going to have to. That fuel's not going to go all the way. Guesty, another one. Guesty might just get this damn thing to work. He's doing very well indeed. He's got half a tank there. Look at that. They're the right Guesty off, eh? Didn't look inspiring in the qualifying, but look at him now. Look at him rise. So, there goes Racer Brown for his final stop. Anton Poyka, can he squeeze that tank? Can he squeeze that tank all the way to the checkered flag? It'd be a struggle. He can't go very fast. And Racer Brown will be coming out those pits behind him with a fire in his tank, chasing him down. So Anton Poyka, Bunny also going in for his final stop. So Guesty then, he's going to jump those two. No, Racer Brown, I reckon, will be out before Guesty gets there. So Racer Brown rejoins 11 seconds after Anton Poyka has left the scene. So that's really interesting. So Anton Poyka, he's got to do some really slow laps. Look, he's down there at 57.8. If he really wants to fuel conserve, he's going to have to go slow. And only 11 seconds in the bag from Racer Brown. Racer Brown now topping up 3/4, probably overfueled that thing. He's really going to be screaming the balls out of his Scooby. I wonder if he put his indicator on because he heard me. Or it's just probably a mistake. But Racer Brown, he's going to be screaming the balls off of that, chasing down Anton Poyka now. He's 11.4 seconds ahead. Guesty he's definitely got enough fuel for the end of this. He can actually wait until Talleyrand rocks up to the back of him and then probably just throttle that Subaru all the way home. So Guesty could have done an absolute one-stoppers if they can make it last. I'm still not sold. I think Guesty is going to one-stop this. I think he's done well with that fuel up into third, but he's got Talleyrand. He's in the same position as Anton Poyka. He's got a very much faster car hunting him down. A 56.1 from Talleyrand last time around. Guesty did a 58.4. That's nearly a 2 seconds difference. 2.3 seconds difference between the two of them. 8 seconds behind Talleyrand. 12 minutes left to go. The math works out in Talleyrand's favour, but then Talleyrand's got to get past, hasn't he? There's Matt Psycho, 7.8 seconds behind Talleyrand. He's still got Homesick Alien for company. These two having an absolute battle royale out there, 7/10 apart. And I imagine they're scratching their heads with this whole Anton Poyka and Guesty still being out there. They're probably thinking, what's that about? There goes Bunny after his pit stop, 2.5 seconds behind Homesick Alien in 7th. Skyjacker there in 8th. He was in that battle. He seems to have fallen away from it now. He's 4.7 seconds behind Bunny. And one wonders what happened to Skyjacker. His lap times have been absolutely fine since his pit stop. His in-lap possibly wasn't too great. 2 seconds off. Jim, sorry, I've jumped someone. Jim in 9th. Jim's had a nice steady race there in the middle of the pack, sitting in 9th. He's not had too many issues from behind. Joker's there, 16 seconds behind him. They're all running to the end now. Joker's 16 seconds behind Jim, 19 seconds ahead of Electric in 11th. Electric, a nice steady run from him. He's got himself ahead of Pat. Pat there in 12th. He's only 5.6 seconds ahead of Turtle. So Pat could be in trouble before the end of this race. At 59.2 last time from Pat. Turtle managing, 2.19. I don't even think it was a pit stop. So I reckon Pat's got ahead of Turtle there. So I'm not sure. Turtle, I think we try and work out that he was just one stopping. He stopped late, so it was going to work for him. But it looks like he may have made a mistake, and Pat's moved up a position then to 12th. Anton Poyka, is your fuel going to last? Can you make that quarter of a tank take you to the flag? Anton Poyka, Hurry as you go, because Racer Brown is catching you up. He's 8.6 seconds below. So interesting stuff. Guesty then in 11th place. In the chat. I've been neglecting it. Rizzler the Roller saying hello thingy. Hi Rizzler. Rizzler Roller saying hello viewers. And Mama Homesick saying, come on son. Homesick Alien, yes, chasing down. Oh, this is a beautiful battle here from the Alien and the Psycho. You put a Psycho and an Alien in the room, and what do you get? Absolute entertainment. Beautiful stuff. But Matt Psycho at the moment keeping Homesick Alien at bay. Homesick Alien looks to be faster at this present time. Bunny, remember, lurking there in the background. Skyjacker, he's 6 seconds behind, but anything can happen if these all get into a little ta-ta-ta-ta. And Matt Psycho having to defend from Homesick Alien, who's throwing everything he's got at Matt Psycho. They want to be trying to push, they need to be pushing these one-stoppers, because they can't just sit back. Guesty can't sit back there and just save his fuel. And Talleyrand, he's closing in 5.5 seconds now. Guesty though, there's similar fuel. Guesty can just open her up. He can go. Fly, Blackbird, fly. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All my life, I've been waiting for this moment to ride. Blackbird fly into the night. Go on, Guesty. So Guesty there, but he's losing shed loads of time on Talleyrand. Talleyrand a 56.6 that last time around. He's on newer tyres. Guesty with a 57.6. Anton Poika, there you go. He cannot do it. He cannot do it. He's had to pit. What does that do? What does that do? What does that do for Guesty? Oh my word. Oh my briefing word. So Talleyrand, 5 seconds. He might even get the jump on Anton Poika. Anton Poika still not at his pit stop. Guesty then getting on to the finish straight, sorry. And Talleyrand as well. Anton Poika is at his stop. He's topping up with fuel. Matt Psycho still trying to fend off Homesick Alien, and Anton Poika has been released. He's back onto the track, but he's behind Talleyrand. Talleyrand then getting up into third. Anton Poika though, he'll have fresh tyres on. He'll be on the attack indeed. Matt Psycho 7 seconds drift from that, but he's got his hands full with Homesick Alien. Bunny now only 1.5 seconds behind this battle. So they are slowing each other down. A 57.5 from Matt Psycho last time around. Homesick Alien a 57.5 also. Bunny a 56.9, 0.6 faster. Watch out, boys. Bunny's on his way. Skyjacker then in 8th spot. He's 7 seconds adrift of that battle. He looks to be bringing that home for the points. I imagine Skyjacker a little disappointed. He looked like he was up there in a good shout for some good points. I know he likes this track, likes this car. Good combination for him. I think he may have won last season, in all fairness. I think he dominated this round last season. So a Racer Brown though, if you want to talk about domination, there you go. Guesty, what a sly one. Hell to the thief. Hell to the thief, that is Guesty. Man alive, look at him. Look at you, eh? In your snazzy Subaru livery. And your poor qualifying, lulling everyone into a false sense of security. And then you're saving your fuel. And look at you. Second on the podium there, Talleyrando. Talleyrand's got something to say about that, and Anton Poika also got something to say about that. Fresher tyres, man alive, he's rocked right up to the back of Talleyrand, wasn't it? 2 seconds. 2 seconds when he come out the pits. My word, 0.6 now. Anton Poika absolutely driving like he's got a firework up his jacksie. And Talleyrand, he's going to have to start defending. This helps Guesty out. And we've got 5 minutes, 60 minutes of racing we've had here. 60 minutes, and there's not been 1 minute where something hasn't been happening. What an absolute stonker of a start of a race. And as it began, Anton Poika and Talleyrand fighting, duking it out for position. Possibly not for second place like it was earlier in the race. Guesty came in and mugged them all right off. They were all looking that way, and he came and stole her handbag. Nice one. But Anton Poyker and that's like 7 seconds. 7 seconds in 5 minutes. I mean, they would really have to slow each other down with Talleyrand and Anton Poyker. But Matsuko might draw a little closer. You never know what will happen. You never know. All might have a bit of an off. Talleyrand on the older tyres, remember. Anton Poyker on an absolute brand spanking set, full of grip and promises, where Talleyrand's probably breaking a few promises now. Probably there's a bit of guesswork going into the corner. You know, are they still going to stick? Yes, just about. And Talleyrand then fending off, and Guesty, what a man. But he's still losing time to Talleyrand. Talleyrand's still catching up Guesty. Guesty did a 38.5 that last time around. Talleyrand a 58.0. 58.5, so only half second. And Anton Poyker, he's got a good toe, but Talleyrand there just making sure it's too difficult. And Talleyrand takes the line into the chicane, and Anton Poyker has to follow him through. But Anton Poyker again, he wants that podium. He's had a lot of hard work today. Well, they both have, and they both deserve a podium, but they've got to fight each other for it. It's a tough, a bitter pill to swallow in racing when you both deserve a position. But these two, the winners are us. The winners are us that got to watch such racecraft between two sim racers of their profile. Absolutely delicious stuff. Well, throughout the field, we've seen some amazing displays. 2022 has started strong with the VGT. Earlier today, we streamed, and there was some excellent racing on, not just racing, I'm just not bigging up the VRC, I just mean the driving, the class of driving, the cleanliness, the pristineness, the respect given between the races. It's an absolute joy to watch. So Racer Brown then, putting a lap on Pat. Guesty, 3 seconds. We've got 3 minutes left. Guesty's fuel is starting to flash. But so's Talleyrand, no, Anton Poyker's got plenty to burn. So will Talleyrand be asking Talleyrand start thinking about easing off that fuel a little bit, short shifting, and maybe just cruising through some of the corners. Who knows? But Anton Poyker, he's got his eyes on that trophy with a Matt Psycho finishing Alien off, and Alien now, as it was predicted, Bunny caught them up, and Homesick Alien is having to defend. So Matt Psycho getting an easy run to the end. I say easy, it looked like his car was wiggling a little bit under braking. The tyres must be starting to hurt for him and Homesick Alien. Bunny on a fresher set at this point in the race. Skyjacker 9 seconds behind those guys. His tyres look like they are really hurting. He was one of the earlier pitters. There is Jim in 9th place. He's not catching up with Skyjacker in this race, but he's also not losing time to Jokers. So 9th spot, a cracking race for Jim. 10th there is Jokers, no one near him. A good run for Jokers, good points. 11th is Electric, and that's not bad. Electric though, his fuel's flashing out, it should be alright. Pat in 12th, and Turtle's gone into the pit. Oh no, we've seen Turtle do his math wrong before and not have enough. I think you might have got that to the end, Pat, Turtle. I think you could have possibly, you're only going to do this lap. I think Racer Brown's going to end this race on the end of this lap. So Turtle may have made a pit stop for no reason there, I think. I think if he realises the timer will run out on him, I don't think he needed that stop, but we'll see. So Racer Brown then just getting a lap on Electric. Anton chasing him down. Oh no, Anton's caught up Guesty. Oh no, Guesty must be trying to fuel, and he's got past Talleyrand. They're all easing off, aren't they? They're all easing off. The fuel has become a big deal, and Anton Poyker has capitalised on that. Having that extra fuel has really helped him out. Guesty trying to stay with him. This is definitely going to be the final lap, is it? He might cross the line, you know, that cheeky so-and-so. A Racer Brown, he might have to do a victory lap. Because it looks to me like there's plenty of time on the clock for another lap round for Racer Brown. Anton Poiker, our Guesty and Talleyrand playing the clock because Talleyrand is really thirsty on fuel. He's light as hell. Matt Psycho, 3.6 seconds. I said there wasn't a chance in hell of him catching him up. Bunny's got himself past Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien might be easing off as well. Fuel might be the words at the end of this race. Racer Brown's crossed the line to start his next lap. And Anton Poiker, he's got plenty of fuel to get another lap in. But I imagine Guesty would want that 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. I think Guesty's got to cross the line. Guesty's got to cross the line. Talleyrand's run out of fuel. Talleyrand's run out of fuel. Where's Matt Psycho? Where's the line? Oh, Matt Psycho got it. Matt Psycho got 4th ahead of Talleyrand as he ran out of fuel. Bunny finished in 5th. Homesick Alien finished in 7th. That means Skyjacker brings her home in 8th. Oh, commiserations to Talleyrand. That was painful for him. Skyjacker finishes in 8th place. Jim brings her home for 9th. What a finish there. Unbelievable stuff for Matt Psycho. He stuck in there. I said there was no chance. He was 7 seconds behind after that pit stop, and he had no chance, and he said, hold my beer and I'll show you. So Jim coming home in 9th place, then Jokers bringing her home for 10th. Racer Brown still out there. I guess he's run out of fuel, but he's got no one behind him. No one at all behind him, so he's okay. He's okay. That podium is safe. Nothing's changing up the front. I just want to see him crossing the line. Jokers, is he there? Jokers come across the line for 10th spot. It's because he's lapped some people, you see. Yes. So Racer Brown, he's ahead of Electric. Turtle has need that fuel, did he? And there goes Barry crossing the line for 14. And it's going to be a Racer Brown. Oh, I think Electric's run out of fuel. Electric's run out of fuel. But I've got to see Racer Brown cross the line. We've got 25 seconds then, and we can have a look what the woe was there for Electric. But Racer Brown takes the win of the first round. Absolutely cracking stuff. Class act there from Racer Brown. Now what happened? There's Pat ahead of Electric. Electric has run out of fuel. Oh my word. Anton Poiker is bringing her home. Oh no, Electric. Pat's home for 11th spot. Anton Poiker just coming round that final corner, and he fought for that second place. It looked like he'd lost the podium altogether, but with his extra fuel, he spurted on forward and got himself a great second place. And the stage is set for a great championship battle between these. And there is Guesty cruising on home. I think the other guys have already finished, so we'll wait for the podium man to cross. Well, I know it doesn't mean as much when you crawl across the line, but great race from Guesty there. He really stole a few places with that one stop. Take a boo, my son. And there you go, Pat finishing 11th or 12th for Electric. Hoo-hoo! And there you go, Mr. Brown. You do not know what the action was behind you. But great stuff. Pole position, fastest lap, and the win on Treble A. So a massive, massive well done to Racer Brown and everyone else that took part. I will take you to the race results. Man, I haven't done one of these live ones for a long time. And like I said, haven't slept today, worked all last night. So there may have been mistakes. There may have been, I don't know, I might have dozed off because that race seemed way too quick. Did I doze off in the middle sometime? But what an absolute stonker of a race we've just witnessed. Skyjacker saying Cthulhu is down as reserve because of Wrxc. Oh, I see. Mama Sight saying super racing, nice one, Thingy. No, thank you for watching. And Mama Homesick saying well done. All that was a great action-packed race. Thanks, Thingy. Great commentating as usual. No, you are more than welcome. And Matt Sykes saying what a finish. Unbelievable, Matt. You nicked that one, didn't you, eh? Beautiful stuff. Talleyrand just didn't have the fuel to get himself there. Guesty having to ease off as well. Anton Poiker making the move on them near the end. I can't do a recap because that was 60 minutes full-on action. You're going to have to watch that one if you missed all the racing. So Racer Brown takes the win. Anton Poiker, a great second place, and that sets up us with that continuation of the battle, championship battle them two had in the GTs. I can't remember what they were called, but it was like, yeah, it was just GT championship. But can they do it on mud? We've seen Anton Poiker. He's not too bad. He's not shabby on the mud. So Anton Poiker, he could be one for the money. bit of money on him if you're a gambling man. Racer Brown, though, you can never bet against him. Guesty on consistency and might be in with a shout with this one, getting that great podium there. Great car management from Guesty. Matt Psycho, super stuff there at the end. Just stuck with it. I said nay and he said yay, and he did it. So 4th place for Matt Psycho. Talaran just out of fuel and coming home 5th. Lucky, it could have been so much worse for him because Matt Psycho was in a train with Bunny and Homesick Alien, but Talaran just getting in there in 5th. Bunny in 6th. He got Homesick Alien in the end. Those newer, fresher tyres. Probably a bit more fuel. I think Homesick was having to ease off with his fuel at the end. Skyjacker, after the final pit stop, don't know what happened. He just seemed to fall off the pace of the Alien and Matt Psycho and Bunny, the guys he was racing. But he was looking very strong early on in this race. But 8th place, nothing to be sniffed at. Still good points. A solid job from Jim in 9th. Better than a Ferrari, I imagine. And Joker's in 10th. Pat in 11th. Just getting electric there on that final lap with Electric's fuel woes. And Electric dropping down into 12th. Turtle in 13th. And Barry finishing in 14th. We saw Uncle P. Darren didn't get to the end of the race, but I think he had internet issues. It did look like there was something amiss. He couldn't get out the pit lane in qualifying. So I think that we can strike that one down to pit stops. And I think there's 2 drop rounds. So, I mean, missing one, you've still got another one to play with. So it's not all over for UBD. And Racer Brown got your fastest lap with a 155.817. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your new Friday night live streaming racing for you over the next 12 weeks. If I'm quick with you, I might be able to. I've got this super new monitors all over the place. Well, monitors, it's my phone and my iPad, but one's got Discord open, so I can see what the next track is for you. Sardinia Windmills, we're on the mud. Yes, into the mud for round 2, and we will see who the men are out there. Right. Next race is going to be a replay, I imagine. It's the Rivals Series. Looking forward to that. More Scooby action, but this time they've got them darn Mitzies in the way. And then we'll be back to the VGTs, and then you'll see me again on Friday evening. I think we're taking it easy for a couple of Sundays because we've got a very important team versus team, and I think we'd like to keep Sundays clear for a little bit of practice. You know, just to be sure we're prepared. Watch out, amigos. We're preparing. Anyway, that was round 1 of the the WRX Challenge. Thank you for watching. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Tess Tickle. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Peace and love. Any last minute? Oh yeah, Pat's got in there with his breakdown of his race. Let me quickly read the final chats out there. Oh, there's a couple actually. Bunny saying great racing. Barry Twin saying longest hour of my life. Yeah, I know. If you've had an early woe, it's a long race, my friend. But you stuck in there. It's good practice. It's just testing for the next race. You get to learn the car more. Skyjacker saying, I have no idea what happened after stop. Couldn't believe how far behind Psycho, Homesick and Bunny. And Muddy saying, unlucky Talleyrand. And Pat saying, too many daft mistakes in the first third of the race. Was having a good run at the start. Went better when I was on my own. Electric had me beaten until he ran out of fuel. And that is the chat in the stream. I was your commentator and broadcaster, Tess Tickle. And this is me signing out with a peace and love. Peace and... you guessed it, love.